Hey, folks, hope you're all doing well, and welcome to episode 6 of Recommended Album to Review. Alrighty, so for this episode, I was recommended a record, a really old record, by a band called Blue Cheer, and the record is called Vincibus Eruptum. Okay. Now I understand that this record and this band had a lot of historical significance. You know, they're called the fathers of heavy metal or proto metal, or the guys that kind of started it all, playing super loud and all that kind of stuff. Um, I'm not gonna get into any of that. I'm just gonna, discuss this record as a listener in 2023 who just put this record on for the first time. Now, I had heard, their version of Summertime Blues before, but outside of that, the rest of the record is, I'd only listened to it this week a couple of times. And, anyways, now, um, usually all the records up to this point, anyway, that I've been recommended, I've really dug. They've all been really good. Like they've been good or great. This is the first one that kind of really doesn't do a lot for me. The the production and the sonics on this record are not that great. The drums sound terrible. The drummer's playing is seems pretty decent. I would say musician wise, he's probably the best player on this record, but the drums themselves sound terrible. And some of the guitar tones are kind of like not, they don't sound that great. I don't know if this was recorded. Maybe they didn't have like a big budget, like a Jimi Hendrix, because he was out there doing the same thing at the time, the Who and Cream and all that. That could be a part of it. But when you have a record that doesn't sound very good, then, you really need great songs to kind of still, make you want to listen to it. So let's go through the songs anyway. So the first song, of course, is the Eddie Cochran cover, "Summertime Blues." I like the arrangement they did on this. I like that intro to dun dun dun, like dun dun dun. Like it's a nice heavy intro, you know, boom 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 boom. Like it's cool, right? And the song is good. The guitar playing I find on this song and throughout most of this record, I find it really lacking. He's doing some fills there, and then there's a bass fill and then a drum fill. It just, I don't know. It has a really, like, these guys are just learning how to play kind of garage band thing to it, right? Which I don't know if that's intentional or what, or maybe they were just kind of like learning, and maybe they'd only been together for a little while, but it does reveal itself on this track. But the song is still good, right? Okay. The next song is another cover, "Rock Me Baby." BB King's credited to BB King. Anyways, that's got a nice, the playing on that's cool. It's got a nice little lick in it. It's got a nice groove to it. That sounds pretty good. I like the vocal on that one. And when you're hearing a song like that, for me, I'm always like, oh man, this is a really cool groove and everything else. I'm just waiting for that solo to just like take it into the next gear. And the solo comes in, and it's just like, just kind of random. I'm gonna hit this. I'm gonna hit that. It's alphabet soup, man. It's like not good. It sounds like a guy just doesn't really know what he's doing. And I mean, I'm a guitar hack, okay. I'm not saying I'm any better than this guy or whatever, but it's just, as a listener, you're listening to that, man, and you're waiting for that, and again, it leaves you wanting, so but apart from that, the actual groove and the song is not bad. All right, let's go to number 3, "Doctor Please." All right, this one, "Doctor Please," I guess they were trying to be psychedelic, um, and maybe that's why the guitar was nonsensical with what was behind it. That's a tough listen. And it's the longest song on here. Yeah, I don't have very positive things to say about Doctor Please. So let's just let's move on to Out of Focus. All right, Out of Focus. Decent riff, kind of cool until it comes to that lead break, and it's just painful. I hate being negative, man. But I mean, this is what reviewing is, right? So can't like it all. Yeah, just painful. I, I, is that what psychedelia was? Playing stuff that's out of key and overlapping parts? I don't know, but I mean, again, I'm listening to it with 2023 ears. Maybe I needed to be, stoned out of my mind in 1968 to appreciate it. I don't know. But yeah, it doesn't work for me. All right. All right, let's talk about Parchment Farm. Cool riff, starts off really well. Then it gets to that breakdown, and the guitar playing. I'm sorry, I can't. It's really bad. Yeah. So, I yeah. So I can't really say much more about Parchment Farm. The original riff that it started was kind of cool. Would have made a decent song, but they want to do like an extended jam thing, and yeah, not a good plan. All right, let's look at the last track on this second time around. Okay, yeah, Ditto Parchment Farm 2 second time around. Yeah, so to summarize, people love this record, and that's cool, right? We all hear things differently. And unfortunately, this record doesn't really work for me. I hate to be negative. I've been, negative, unfortunately, because I want to be honest, but not so negative. So, Summertime Blues, I'll point out the positives in this. Summertime Blues sounds okay. There's some decent riffing in it. If the production was a little better, maybe if the drums sounded a little better, maybe if the guitar playing was a little more, I don't know, fleshed out, worked out a little bit more, may have been a great record. But as it stands, again, I'm listening to it 2023 years, maybe 2023 years, maybe back in '68. It was really cool and innovative, but it's not working for me. There's I don't know if that's a psychedelia thing, the being out of key and just random, it just doesn't work for me. I mean, there are some good moments on this, but as a whole, yeah, this is not something I will return to. So, but if you love it, awesome. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please recommend an album to review. Tell me what you think about this one. Throw it down in the comments. Please consider liking and subscribing. And we'll see you next week for episode, what would that be? 7. All right, take care. Cheers.